One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Illini, Memorial Stadium in Champaign, Illinois. The Seminoles will boot it away to start the game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Illinois' offense takes the field to start this game off. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Illinois right back to the line.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Handoff from the gun. He stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Hooks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. The Seminoles offense will go to work for the first time today. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays, and then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big fella? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap and give him some extra attention. So if I route him at the line of scrimmage and be physical, have that safety help over the top, I'm not letting him beat me.
Quarterback making checks. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Buys a little extra time. He's going to take off. Turns it on in midfield. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Florida State.
And I tell you what, this offense, man, we got a small sample size. We only had one game where they were unbelievable last game, but another score early in this football game. This offense is looking like a force to be reckoned with.
And the extra point was good. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Just a short pass to the tight end. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. Illinois lining up quickly. Looking downfield on 1st down.
Man, that's back-to-back games. This guy's notched a sack, starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, rushing the passer really, really well. This defense could use this guy's production consistently.
Pocket breaking down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Gives it on the option. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Now on the return. Makes a move. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
The gun wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Page. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the right. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
It's complete to the left. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
You know, it's funny, I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
They make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. Trying to keep this drive alive. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And after that 1st quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Going right to work up top. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Shoots it to the left. It's complete. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Trying play action. He turns that loose down the right side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. And the Seminoles want to crank the tempo.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
The Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Grab near the sticks, it's Page. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a...
Touchdown, Seminoles! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Nice, just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when he puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on 2nd down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
It's way too early in the game to say this is a must score. But, man, you've dug yourself an early hole, and this offense needs to capitalize. You're not getting the football after the half, so create some momentum now while you can.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside, defense.
Offense will take that. 3-5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. Under fire. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. They gave up the sack on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Ready. Back to pass. Hauls it in. Oh, he's got some space. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Fighting Illini facing a 3rd and long to keep this drive alive. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown Illini! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
That is exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this 2nd half.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's going to fire to the left. He's got it on the outside. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He might want another play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down, using his legs to buy some time. Throwing on the run. He's got it into the end zone. Touchdown, Knowles.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll start this drive with a pass. Under fire. There he goes. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense has it. They're on the move. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Florida State. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. From the gun, running back gets the give. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been taking in a magnificent scene there today in Champaign. And the story of this first half has undeniably been the play of that kid under center. He's in total control of the offense, making the right decisions and reads, not trying to do too much. There's a reason he gets the NIL deals and all the love on social media. That young man is him, and doesn't that opposing team know it?
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Scrambling away. Looking down the left side. He's got it along the sideline. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college. We used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warrick and Lavernius Coles. And because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole offense, and he would have gotten some looks. This guy can make some plays.
The Noles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Might be changing the route. Going for it all. Touchdown Seminoles. They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
After that amazing performance in week 1, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Illinois offense returns to the field. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. The Illini just added to its workload after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
Breaks the tackle. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He'll haul it in right around the logo. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. He'll start this drive firing. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. He's got it. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself,
and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Noles! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Sometimes you're hesitant to use your quarterback as a runner, not when your quarterback runs like this.
You dang right. I'm going to use him. I'm going to use him early and often. The dude can run so well, can make you miss. Do you worry about him getting dinged up throughout a game? Sure, but when you can do things like that, it makes your offense so much stronger.
Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a
He's loose down the middle. Past the 50. He's at the 40. The 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Fighting Illini.
I like it. You're backed up towards the end zone, and you go aggressive and spin the football, try to make the big play, and do they ever. 90-plus yards to the house. Who needs space? I'll take 6.
42, Illinois, 14.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Tight end now in motion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Pulls in the deep ball. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
And, man, he had nobody around him. That has got to be embarrassing for this defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
Now the play fake. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. And the Seminoles in the hurry-up.
And just having a guy that can continually make plays on the ground, it just opens up space for your running back, for your receivers, makes you defend the whole field, and it's not always big gains, but you've seen him today, man. It
Fires toward the end zone. And they couldn't make the connection. Long shot.
And this QB's had some success, man, throwing to the football in the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big plays. Understand he's going to be aggressive and take shots.
They'll try to run for it. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up.
Touchdown, Florida State! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. He is dialed in. David, remember when we called Jameis Winston's debut? 27 passes, not one hit the ground. The 2 incompletions were caught out of bounds. This guy's locked in like that.
Locked in, dialed in. And when you're compared to Jameis Winston, and by the way, I mean, he was in fuego that night. It was awesome to be there. Those are the kind of guys that catapult you to the next level and bring Florida State back.
They try to pop a run on the draw. Turning it on! And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the third. They go back to work in the final period of this one. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Illinois now on first down to open the fourth. To the ground, he's got it again. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. To throw, it's Humphries. Fires one high and deep. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. Touchdown, Illinois! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead of how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some ease.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety.
Yeah, and sometimes you get confused and you get lost where you're out of the field, but not that far. And I don't...
Oh, he just handled it poorly and turns it on down the left side. And he's in for the score. Touchdown.
And that is exactly how you draw it up, right? Hey, we're going to get this guy the ball. He's going to fumble it, but we know our own guy's going to scoop it and score and completely fool the defense. Man, that'll never happen again in a million more plays, but that's one the offense is gladly going to take.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for a man. It's Humphries. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Everybody stays in their lane. they stop him at the 31-yard line. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They want that clock to run. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. And the Noles can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. The Seminoles, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He'll do it himself. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. They'll run the option. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And the offense on that option play, they're just thinking, we're going to use our speed to our advantage, and we're just going to outflank you easily and pick up this first down on 3rd and short. But how about the defense? Everybody staying home. You saw the speed and their ability to get outside and get a stop. Now
Throws toward the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
and they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And he tacks on the extra point.
63, Illinois, 23.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Back to pass, it's Humphries. Makes the grab. He'll go out of bounds at the 22, methodically moving it away from their own end zone. So now it's second and long. Back to pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.